This is probably going to be the weirdest Q&A ever. I'm currently sitting in a parking lot waiting for my son to get out of his appointment. We were at Sick Kids today, and I can't go in. We were all screened when we got there. I was able to go in to use the bathroom, but I had to leave when I came out. So I'm waiting in my car in the parking lot for him, and it's probably going to be a couple hours, so I thought I would film my Q&A while I wait, because I also don't have any cell service. What a great day. So on Instagram, I had posted a picture and had asked you all to leave me a bunch of questions, and I have quite a few, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure I was going to have as many as I did, but I have enough to make a video, so I thought, let's do that while I'm sitting here. I've basically sectioned off each question into different categories. So I do have a motherhood category, a work category, relationship category, house planning category, and then a self-care category as well. So I'm just going to go through kind of each one of those and touch base on everything here and there. So let's get going. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is motherhood. There's people going to their car. Super awkward. Hold on. So the first category I want to touch base on is motherhood. One of the questions I was asked is if we were going to be having any more children or if we were just one and done. And honestly, like with Wyatt, I would love to say that we are one and done, but also because of like watching him grow and learn and play, like I would love to have another one. We just have other things we'd like to do first, so we're really not in a big rush to expand our family, but one day I would really love to. The next question about motherhood was what's the hardest part about becoming a parent? And to say that there's just like one hard part is a lie. I feel like there's a lot that's hard about becoming a parent. Probably the constant worrying. It doesn't stop. I know for me it started as soon as I got pregnant, and I still always worry about my son all the time, like with everything. It's probably a bit of my anxiety too, but yeah, I feel like the constant worry. Probably the selflessness that you actually always have to have. Like, I'm a pretty selfish person. Like, I don't like to admit that, but I am, and having a kid has really shown me like just how selfish I think I actually was. So just like small things of not being able to like go here or there without having to bring a baby and all this stuff with you, and then, you know, like getting together with your friends that maybe don't have kids and maybe don't understand, you know, what nap times are and what bedtimes are, and like the importance of a schedule and all that. But yeah, and I mean, I've lost friends from having a child as well, which sucks, but I mean, it happens. So yeah, those are the two motherhood questions that I had. So we'll move on to the next category. So the next category is relationships, and while mine hasn't been super easy, we have gotten through like so much together as a team, and I just feel like now we are this like unbreakable like couple, and we have this bond that's just like I can't even explain it, but like we have been through it all, guys, like all of it. So to say that we are happy and healthy now is just, I'm just so happy, because it's taken us a long time to get here. Like, we communicate, we talk about our feelings, we compromise for each other, we problem solve, and we work and take everything on as a team, which I think is so important for being parents together. Even if it's co-parents, like, don't battle each other, like work together, because it's all really about your child. So one of the questions that I actually received about our relationship was what kind of strain it put on us as a parent. And honestly, at the beginning, it was like a lot of like, well, I just, you know, was up all night with our son. Like, I need you to take him for like the day. Or like, you know, I did this diaper change today, so you need to do this diaper change tonight. And I feel like a lot of the problems we were having is just like battling over who had to take care of this baby more. And I think once we decided that it wasn't so much like who does more of what and who does more of this. Like, we ended up working on a routine of like, okay, like I'm with him all night. So, you know, in the mornings, like Justin would get up and then I would get up when he had to go to work, and then, you know, like it all balances out. When he gets home from work, he takes over with the child, and then like I can get dinner ready, and then, you know, we both do bedtime. And I think once you find your flow, everything becomes easier. But like definitely in the beginning, it was a lot of like overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all of this stuff happens right away. And it really is true. Like, we weren't totally prepared for, you know, what to come. Like, sure, we planned for this baby, we're so excited to have him, but then he came and we're like, oh my gosh, what do we do with him? And I'm sure other new parents have been through the same thing, but that was like my personal experience. And now, of course, like Justin's more than happy to spend as much time with Wyatt as he can, because of course he's at that age now where he can go for hikes and he can play, and he's, you know, picking up things, and he's so smart and he can catch on to games and stuff like that. So he's really at a fun age. But when they're just babies, I feel like for a lot of men it's overwhelming. That's all. My light just went out. I should probably start my car so my battery doesn't die. But yeah, hold on. So the next thing that I had for our relationship was basically just what our wedding plans are. As you see, we got engaged. So I have been asked a couple times what our plans for the wedding is. And honestly, as far as I can say, is we're not doing a whole lot until this whole COVID mess is over, because I'm not having all my guests wear masks, and I'm not having like only 10 people show up to my wedding, and I'm not doing like all this crazy stuff that they want us to be doing right now with weddings. So really, until all this shenanigans done, like, we're not doing anything. When the time comes, I'd love to do a private ceremony on somebody's property so that I can have a bonfire and like a keg and a big old party. I don't want a whole lot of people that I don't know at my wedding. So I'd want like my immediate family, like my closest friends. Like, I want people who have like seen me in the past year. Like, I just don't want like a bunch of randoms at my wedding, or, you know, like people where we feel like obliged to invite them. I don't know. I have anxiety, and I don't need a whole lot of people there that I don't really know or like. So yeah, that's our wedding plans. Basically, it's just on hold right now. We're just enjoying being engaged. We've dated for 8 years, so what's a couple more years? I had my car on, and I stopped to eat a snack, and then somebody like waited there for a long amount of time. I think they thought I was leaving to get a parking spot. It's really busy in this parking lot. Sorry, I just had to share. So the next category is work, and this one actually excites me because nobody ever actually asks me about my job. So I get to gush a little bit about what I do, which is exciting for me. So I am a personal support worker, and I know in the States they call it a CNA, which I'm really not sure what that stands for, but it's a person who helps care for the elderly or disabled and helps with their activities of daily living. So I work in a nursing home, taking care of older people, helping them bathe, get dressed, brush their teeth, eat, whatever. I don't get paid as much as I should for what I do, but we're fighting. The government's fighting. So, yeah. So with work and Wyatt, it's been extremely difficult because I've been finding that I'm tired. If I'm working a day shift, I get home and I have to hang out with him. It's like, it sounds bad. It's not that I have to hang out with him. Like, I want to hang out with him. I just don't have the 100% that I want to give him after work. So I do enjoy working afternoons a little bit better. Afternoon shift is 2 to 10, which means that I can spend my mornings with Wyatt. I can put him down for a nap, and then I can sneak off to work. My parents will watch him from when I leave for work to when when he goes to bed, and then I am home by 10:30 and I get up with him in the morning. He does go to daycare 2 days a week to give my parents a break, and obviously on weekends I'm usually home, or his dad's around, or my parents are there. So he's always well taken care of. But I do find that, yes, it is hard to balance work life and home life, and basically moms don't get a break, right? So like your days off are still running around with a toddler and trying to get things done, and it's tough. But I wouldn't change anything because of course I'm working hard for my future with him. So it's all worth it for sure. It's just trying to find somebody to watch your child while you go to work, right? I do work part-time, but lately I've been working full-time hours. So part-time, what that means is I'm given 4 shifts on a pay period. But I always usually have... My baby came back for a half an hour, and so then he's got to go back. But take a pause in my Q&A. So that was a nice little visit from my son while he's letting the eye drops dilate his eyes. Anyways, what I was saying was I work part-time, so I only work 4 days a week in a pay period, but I have been picking up quite a lot. So I have been working 8, 9 to 10 shifts in a pay period, which is considered full-time. Yeah, so I am part-time, but I've been working full-time, but we are slowing down a little bit now, so the shifts are dwindling a little bit, but I mean, I'm still getting 6 or 7 shifts in a pay period, so my bank account has been happy, and of course we've been able to save up significant money for a down payment, which is nice. Yeah. Working in healthcare right now during COVID has been challenging. We have gotten a couple false positives, but we haven't actually received a full case yet. Our residents are taking precautions. They're limiting their visits with their families, and they are having outdoor visits. Any family member that's coming into the building must be swabbed and tested negative before they come in. And of course, as we are working, we are wearing our masks and using hand hygiene. We are taking precautions with those coming back from hospitals. We are quarantining them for 14 days. We are also wearing full PPE going into each room. So that's the screen, the mask, the gown, the gloves, everything. When I get home from work, I take precautions in myself. I will change my clothes, wash them separately, and I will shower and make sure that I am clean. We did have a false positive, like I had mentioned before, so while we were waiting for those second results to come back, I didn't touch my child and I didn't go near my family. Anything that I used was separate, and I washed my hands more often than I had ever had in my home, like in my own home before. So yes, I do take a lot of precautions to keep my family safe and myself safe as well. And that's really all we can do is avoid going out, social distance, wear your mask, and wash your hands. Like, we can't be crippled from this virus, but we do need to understand that it is real and it is still killing people today. So that's my healthcare rant and what I do for work. So next thing I just want to touch base on is about our home plans and where we are going to be buying a house, and are we buying a house? When are we buying one? All that jazz. So yes, we are going to be buying a house. We have been saving vigorously over the past 6-7 months. Our plan is to move in the spring. We're going to get approved in February, March, start looking pretty actively in April, and hopes to move into our new home in June, July. Whereabouts is still unknown. It most likely will be quite east of where we are actually living now, but hopefully still able to commute to work. We don't plan on having these jobs forever, but we do need to have them for now, so we do need to be able to commute at least for a little while. So that's kind of what's going on with the house plans. I would like to find like a 3 to 4 bedroom house, because like I was saying before, like we might have more kids, so it'd be nice to just have the extra space. And then of course, if we don't end up having more kids, like I'd like to have a guest room or an office of some sort. So that'd be kind of what I'm thinking there. So yeah, we do still plan on buying a house, but again, like next year. I don't want to move during Christmas and in the winter. Like, I just feel like that'd be a horrible time. So move, hopefully get married, and then have babies. It'll be like the next kind of step. And then I just kind of wanted to share with you like my favorite self-care and wind down and like de-stressors that I like to do, because with everything going on right now, I just feel like everybody could use a little bit more self-care tips and how to de-stress and all that. Especially if you are working and are a mom, like you're probably freaking out like I am 90% of the time. So a lot of the times I will journal. It's been one of my go-to things lately, is even if it's just writing down my goals or writing down things that maybe I want. And another thing I've been doing that's been calming my mind is budgeting, which I know sounds kind of silly, but it's actually been helping not only my head, but helping my bank account too. I've been able to save so much money, and I actually know where all my money's going, so that's been amazing. Obviously, having a bath and doing your face masks and doing your own nails and all that is amazing as well. I love doing that on a regular basis, but at the same time, like sometimes I just want like a quick 5-10 minutes of peace. So I don't even know where I was going with that. So sometimes I just will take Wyatt for a walk, and that's been really helping as well. And lately my doctor's been asking me to add in a bit more of a workout routine, so I am gonna add in working out a couple days a week, which should help with de-stressing as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I know it was a little bit weird me being in like a parking garage the whole time, but I just thought it'd be like the easiest way for me to get this done. Wyatt's not here, I'm not working, I literally have nothing to do because there's zero service down here, so I can't get internet, like I can't get anything. So I'm just sitting here chit-chatting with you guys, and then I'm probably gonna go shove my face with the rest of my snacks because I won't have anything else to do and I'll be bored. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below any other questions you might have and anything that I missed and can touch base on there. If you do want to know what's going on with Wyatt's eye, I actually have a whole video of why we're even here at Sick Kids today, so I'm gonna have that link down below too, just so you can kind of like rewatch or watch up on it, and I can go into more detail about that there. And then of course, if you want to know anything more and anything about this appointment, I can always do an update as well, because he is coming up to 2, and I don't think I've done an update video on that in like almost a year, so I think it's probably like time to fill you guys in on what's going on. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better, and I will see you all next time. Bye.